Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett, and it's new comic book day, and in my hands is Mint Chocolate Volume 2. It's an interesting second volume of the series published by Yen Press. I did a review of the first one, and was a bit mixed on it. Mint Chocolate is by Mami Orikasa, translation is by Amber Tamosaitis, and then lettering is by Barri Shrager. Or Barri Shrager. The story is interesting. So it's about these two kids, these two high school students, and they wind up becoming step siblings. One's Nanami, and then Kayuhei is the other one, and they sort of have crushes on each other. So it's step siblings that knew each other beforehand and wind up, becoming step siblings. And they have feelings towards each other. So it's a whole will they, won't they under the same house as step siblings, which is kind of weird and creepy. Like, I know there's nothing genetically messed up on that level, but it's still kind of creepy. Well, what's interesting is this volume, because it's the second volume, it's gotten away from the whole, their new family aspect. And it focuses on mostly a weekend where the two step siblings are together alone as their parents are gone, and kind of the teasing going up back and forth. And the fact that it's kind of removed from the whole initial premise. We've moved on from the introduction. To me, it wasn't quite as in your face that these were step siblings as opposed to just a boy and a girl living in a house together. So for me reading it, the creepy factor isn't quite as much there, which is good. It made me be able to enjoy it a little bit more than the first volume. What's funny is when I kept on getting reminded that they were step siblings, I kind of would take the pause and go, oh. So yeah, that went. So it's an interesting read. I think it's done really well. And that's the thing that's really funny is the will they, won't they, the tension is really, really good. The fact that they're high school students makes it a little creepier as well. Because, the underage factor, but the tension that's there is really solid. And it plays out really well, and it's teased out really well, and there's movement in that situation, but not tons of movement, and the 2 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of situation with all of it. It's just done really well. So I was able to deal with the topic a little bit better, mostly because it wasn't brought up as much. But thinking about it, it's still friggin' weird. But yeah, there's just yeah, I think that's kind of really where I'm at. The other thing I noticed is that there's the style, the art style is similar, but there's a little bit more. I don't know. I would call it I don't know what the proper term is. It's this style on the bottom. It goes from this, and then you get this every so often. And what's really interesting is there's just, so there's this more of this comedic style to this one. I don't remember that in the first volume as much. Yeah, so you get really nice art on here, and then you kind of got that comedic faceless sort of thing going on, which seems to happen a lot. So I'm sure there is it's called something, but I just don't know what it is. So overall, if you can get past the whole stepsister, stepbrother thing, there's a good teasing romance. If you can get past the, they're in high school thing, there's a good teasing romance. It's really well done. It's just, they're step siblings and they're in high school, and it's kind of creepy. So yeah, it's well done creepy, but it's still creepy. I gave it 2 volumes. I don't know. I have to debate if I want to read more of this. Part of me wants to see how it's handled, and then part of me is afraid to see how it's handled. If that makes sense. So your mileage may vary. It's out now in comic shops. You can go get it. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. Tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage by doing that. You help support our site, so thank you for that. Speaking of support, I want to thank Yen Press for hooking us up with this manga. I want to thank you for watching. If you're into manga, if you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading that manga, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.